I did the Garfield movies, which were
Right.
like just one crazier than the next. I did two of them, and that's a long story of like, madness. But
Is the story true about you signing up for that movie thinking it was a different
yeah,
director?
I
That's
thought
true?
it was. Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true. And I didn't really read the script. And I was like, I kind of I'd love to try one of these animated movies. It'd be kind of fun, And I'm looking at Joel Coen, one of my favorites. I mean, the Coen brothers. These guys make great movies. Well, I never. It was kind of blurry, and it was one of those times when it wasn't that Joel Coen. It was a different Joel Coen.
There's an H in the one you signed up for.
Yeah, I signed up with the guy with the Ellis Island spelling or something. I don't know what, but I got that Coen, and it was a really troubled kind of a production. It's a long story. I'll tell you. Anyway.
Yeah.
But so they'd shot the movie before they did any of the cat stuff. They shot the whole movie, which is kind of like a backwards way to do it. And I went to work, and they got my friend Bobby Greenhut to be like a sort of a producer guy, just to like get me to work or something like that, I think. And so I started working on it, and the script was, I began rewriting the script basically and going, well, how can you do this? And looking at the shots, and everything's already shot, and there's like this little gray creature, and that's what I'm supposed to be in. So I was trying to fix this thing, and I broke an insane sweat. I worked an entire day and got through with one reel. Just 10 minutes a movie, 10 minutes a movie. That because you had to go like, well, you can't say, I had to rewrite everything and change everything, and it was really hard. And I looked at the second reel, and we got to the second reel, and they showed me the first thing. I was like, Jesus, hold on, you better show me the whole thing. So they showed me the whole movie. I sat there and watched the whole movie, and it was it was insane. I said, who cut this movie? That guy's, give me his name. We got to find him, and we got to kill him so he doesn't do this ever again. And I didn't realize that one of these guys behind the glass was the editor of the movie. He quit the movie that night.
Did he really?
Yeah, he quit the movie. He didn't come back again. So, and it was just a savage butcher job. But I said, I can fix this, but it's going to take a long time. Because it was really a mess.
And did you think, what have I got myself into here with the Garfield movie?
Yeah, it was what have I got myself into. And so the next day, there was a set of golf clubs there for me, because they knew it was a mess. Someone knew it was a mess.
Right.
So it took a long time. It took like 3 different sessions of going, okay, did all of it, and then it said, okay, and then doing it again. It took months. I was in Italy doing some of it. I was in,
Wow.
I said, okay, well, they would go in, because they're always creating and animating all the time. So I said, okay, let's do it again. And you go, oh God, I can, Anyway, that was a mess.
Who knew that much had to go into the Garfield movie?
That baby
Never
was a
would've
mess.
thought.
And then I said, just do me a favor and don't do that again. Don't shoot the movie first before you do that.
Right.
And they did it again. They did the very same thing again. And that one was really, and the first one really made a lot of money. It made a whole lot of money.
Yeah. So how was?
But that was, I don't know, I'm going off.
No.
I just love to go crazy on those guys. And then they did it again, and it was really bad. And then that one, how insane they were. No, you're never going to use any of this stuff. So
Web Extra.
Yeah. So the next one, I was working with another guy who'd never directed a movie before. It was like, I don't know where they find these people, but he was directing it. And they'd made someone had made a movie that had lots of talking animals in it. And so that was the vogue. And so, unbeknownst to me, the head of studio of Fox, and his name is Tom something, monster. So I'm working with this editor, and it's another one where, oh my God, this director said, this is just, who did this? Who did this? And I was working in the editing room, not just doing the voices, and cutting the movie, trying to fix this movie. And I would work like long hours, and sometime around 3:30 in the afternoon, the director would say, I gotta go now. I gotta go take a meeting. I'm like, okay, whatever. And he would go, he was going to this guy, Tom, who was cutting the movie a completely different way. At the same time I was working all day long making this thing, trying to, that was the end of that one. They killed the franchise with that one because that movie was really bad, really bad.
Not that you've thought about it much, but it feels like you've been thinking about this one.
What about Garfield?
Yeah.
No, it's just a funny thing, and I did have a funny. In Zombieland they said, "Any regrets?" I said, "Garfield." So people always call me on that one. They go, "Garfield." All right, you guys don't want to hear this schmutz.
They want to hear everything.